Hi guys, welcome to my December plan with me video. I'm really happy with how my December pages turned out, so I'm really excited for you to see them. As usual, I'm first going to flip through my November pages, which you already saw in my last two videos, but now they're all filled in. So this was the front page and the habit tracker. And then these pages I showed in my productive plan with me video. So if you're interested in that, it's up on my channel. So as usual, and I always do this, I'm going to start with making a memories page. So how I do this is I make a header for the month, and then I go through my calendar and I check all of the fun things I did this month that I would like to remember, and I write them down on this page. So as you can see, now I'm going to go through my calendar, and the reason I do this is because it's really nice to go through your bullet journal and reread some memories from a couple of months ago or from a year ago, because very often there's things there that you forgot about or you hadn't thought about in a while, and yeah, it's really nice to remember these things, I think. Also, I think it's nice to have an overview of all of the things, like the nice things you did in a month, because sometimes it feels like maybe this month wasn't so nice because the last week you've been feeling a bit down, or I don't know. But then if you actually write it down, I'm always surprised at how many nice and fun things I did. So it's really nice to look back and put your life into a perspective, I guess. So I've written down all of my memories. I also went through my pictures. I don't know if you noticed. So sometimes I also go through all of my pictures to see if there's anything I did that I didn't write in my calendar, but that was still like a nice thing to remember and write down. And then on the right page, as you can see, I already wrote the header. So this is my review page. This is also something I do every month. So I have a vision board, and it has 4 categories, and for each category I do a little review of how life's going in that category. You'll see the categories in a moment, but right now I'm still figuring out what I want to use as decoration on this page. So I've used this grid paper a couple of times this month, so I thought it was a nice accent also on this page. And then I also used the yellow paper that I've used a couple of times this month, and this illustration. I also used this boat illustration in my last video in the productive plan with me. It's from this paperback I got at a book fair, and I really like it. I think it's nice if you have multiple versions of something, like multiple pieces of a certain paper or an illustration. It's nice to use it throughout the month and kind of make the theme of your month more cohesive in your bullet journal. And then I also added some color. So now I'm writing down the categories. So they are mental health, lifestyle, education and career, and creative expression. And then on my actual vision board I have like some goals or things I want to focus on in that category. So every month I review how it's going, and if I need to focus a bit more on this, or but I'm not going to fill it in yet in this video. I will do it afterwards. But I am going to add this really cute sticker. So I got some stickers from Ghost Puff. I will link her Etsy shop down below because I really like it. And yeah, the color fits perfectly with my theme, so that was also nice. So now I'm gonna start with my December pages. And how I usually go about this is I have this big pencil case full of markers, and I take some markers with colors that I think would be nice for this month, and I kind of try to match it with like the season. Sometimes I don't, but for December I think it's nice to go with like a Christmassy theme. So I'm looking for a red marker, and I found this one marker that was absolutely perfect. It was very like typically Christmassy red, I think, and it also matched the stickers I have. But like it's a bit broken, I guess, or not broken, but it doesn't give off as much color as my other markers. I don't know why. I think I maybe used it on paint or something, or something got on it. But I'm still gonna use it because I couldn't find a color that I liked more. And in the end, I think the effect was really nice. You will see it in the end, I think. Like the color isn't that smooth, but it kind of gives a nice texture. So that's a nice accident, I guess. So now I'm figuring out what I want on my front page. And what I often do is, so I always use a picture, I think, or most of the time. But just a picture looks a bit boring, so sometimes I add some textured paper, like this grid paper. And I think it makes the page a lot more interesting. So now I'm just writing down my calendar with all of the days. And I chose this, for this month I chose, as I said, for a red like accent color, but most of the pictures I will be using are more like a blue icy theme. And I think the combination of it was really nice. I've never tried it before, and it looks quite nice. So on the right, I am doing the same thing I always do. So I have an overview of goals, and then I have a little box with important dates this month, and then I have a section for what I do next month. So for the dates for this month, I only write down fun things. I used to write, when I was still studying, I used to write deadlines. But now that I'm doing a PhD, but it's kind of a full-time job, and I try to keep it separate from my bullet journal. Not too much, like sometimes I write something related to it, but I don't want to focus on it too much in my bullet journal, on my like specific tasks that I'm doing, because I have like a lot of other planning things I use, like Google Calendar and to-do lists and lots of other stuff. So I don't want to have that in my bullet journal. So here, I'm adding some color. I wrote down the goals, and these are also not work related, but more like I want to finish reading a book, or I want to cook more. So more lifestyle related stuff, I guess. It also depends often on the review. So if there's something I feel like I'm not focusing on enough from my vision board, then I might put it in my goals for that month. And then here I added these cute stickers. I really like them. They're very winter-ish. And again, I'm adding some grid paper as well. This cat sticker was actually like a gift sticker, so I think Ghost Puff puts it in all of her orders, like it's an extra thing you get if you order something. But I thought it was really cute, so I'm already using it on this page. And then I'm also adding some extra color to the title. And I think this is everything I do on this page. So then we're ready to move on to the habit tracker. And I think it was mostly the same as what I wrote on it last month. So I always do this. I look at my habit tracker from last month, and then I see if I still want to keep all of these habits, or maybe I want to change something, like remove something or add something. And again, here I try to focus on like attainable things, and also not work related things, but more like self-care related things, I guess. And if I notice that something is really difficult, or I'm feeling bad about not doing it often, and the fact that it's on my habit tracker is like giving me more of a headache than like actually helping me, then I will usually take it off. So for example, last month I added that I want to try and wake up after my first alarm instead of snoozing, and I realized that I'm really, really bad at this, and I almost never was able to cross off that habit. And then I felt quite bad about it, so now I just removed it, and yeah, I'm okay with maybe snoozing like 1 or 2 times and then waking up. It's not that much of an issue for me, and if it was, I guess I would try harder. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep it as it is now. So on the right page, I'm going to do some decoration and a quote. I also always do this, I think. So I have this picture, and then again some grid paper, and then this ticket from when I went to the movies, but I think it's already from a year or 2 years ago. It's from Lady Bird. I really like this movie. It's really one of my favorite movies from the last couple of years. Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago, but I'm not sure. And it also had like a bit of a red color, so it's nice because it fits with the theme. And then I'm going to add a quote. So this is something I also always do. I write some quotes in my notes on my phone, and then if I come across quotes that I like, and then when I have to pick one for my page, then I go through all of my notes and see something that, if there's something that I want to think about more or that I really like, and I put it there. So this is the end. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!